ideally, like if we can integrate these vagus nerve activating practices into our everyday lives, right? Because they don't take time. You could just choose to do 1 or 2 middle of the day, every 2-3 hours. You'll keep reminding your body that it's okay to kind of stay in the state of relaxed action orientation, right? What we call as the social engagement system. So that's what we are doing. So just a few things that mostly I learned from Laura, and what I have seen that works, that's what we are going to learn today. So the first one is, see, like you're taking your hands at the back of your head. So I'm just going to turn and show you. Right there, right, like rested on the back of your head, you're keeping your arms here, and then yeah, I'm back at the center. So you are extending your arms out, kind of pushing on the back of your head. Okay, so there's a pressure that you're pushing on the back of, with which you're pushing on the back of your head, but without flopping forward, without your chin going forward. So there's some degree of resistance from your head itself behind, and you're using your arms to kind of put pressure. So you're doing this, tucking your chin in. So basically, if you notice, if you see this sideways, it'll be like the spine looks straight, okay? Now from here, what you're going to do, so this is firm, okay? This is not moving, your torso is firm. You are going to take your vision, like your eyeballs, to the extreme right. So as right as you can see, okay? And then you're going to hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. So you will start, like for some people it could be yawns, for some people it could be like deep sighs, but what will happen is, as you activate this ventral vagal system, we'll start seeing signs of the relaxed come in, okay? So, and then you bring your attention back to the center. So you could do this a couple of times to the same side. So again, to the extreme right, and then you come back, okay? And then you do the same to your left. So extreme left, both your eyeballs as much as you can without turning your torso. So your torso is in the center only. That pressure on the back of your head is still there, and (30 to 60 seconds of this. Okay, so this is one of the movements that you could use or your body to activate the vagus nerve. The next one, we are going to do a little bit breath. So we are going to inhale, and then we are going to exhale with a sound. Okay, so it could just be a sigh, it could be, you could exhale with an om, but again, like this one is easy just to do wherever you're sitting, like just to activate the vagus nerve. So you do it immediately puts you into a state of relaxation. So you could do this 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That's entirely up to you. The next one is we are going to yawn intentionally. So you know how a spontaneous yawn happens, but this time we are doing it consciously. Again, yawning activates the vagus nerve and signals that it's okay to relax and just calm down. Okay, so how do we do this? So you'll do because yawning is a socially contagious act. And then we are going to learn one more, this time with a different kind of inhalation. Okay, so for this, what are we going to do? We are going to inhale with our mouth wide open. Make sure there are no flies in the area that you're doing this, or mosquitoes. But you're going to inhale with your mouth wide open, and you're going to do an inhalation with like, it won't be a single inhale, it will be inhale like in breaks. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. And the exhale is just whatever comes out. So So inhaling with your mouth as wide as possible, inhaling maybe like 4-5 times, and then exhaling in whatever is possible. So this is one more that you can add to your vagus nerve activating devices. You'll actually feel really nice and sleepy after doing this. This is even very useful. Let's say you have to be on stage, you have to go into public speaking, or you're doing something that's triggering anxiety for you, right? Like having a difficult conversation with someone, setting boundaries, anything at all, right? You do these vagus nerve activating exercises and then go into that conversation. You'll see that conversation is happening from a very, very different place. So the next two ones that I'm going to show you are going to be standing. So these are all seated, and you can do them at your desk, wherever you are, in your bed. You can even, like, if at work, if you're getting really overwhelmed, you can just go to the washroom and do these. And then we have three more that I will show you, like standing exercises to activate the vagus nerve. Okay, so this is standing movements to activate the vagus nerve. One of them, like the first one is you put your hands out to the side, okay, and you are going to start pushing down with your hands. What you're going to do is take your shoulders outward so your chest opens up. Just push down with your hands, and this will automatically start straightening your spine. Now as you straighten your spine, you tuck your chin in, okay, so like tuck your chin in, you get a double chin, so you tuck your chin in and just hold. So pushing down, chest wide open, tuck your chin in and hold for 30 to 60 seconds. This is great if you're someone who's like doing a lot of desk work where you're hunched over. This is a great thing to do maybe every hour. So hands out. Make sure your feet are kind of straight also, not pointed outwards or not curled in inwards. So feet are pointing straight outwards. Hands are like this. Chest opens out because your hands are pointing outwards. And it's like you're pushing down the air to the floor, opening up your spine, straightening it in, tucking your chin in. Okay, so you could do this about 3 or 4 times. Then the next one is you bring your arms together. Your forearms are resting on your torso. You're holding the elbows of the opposing hand, and with this resting on your body, you're just turning side to side. Okay. So maybe 5-6 times each side. Bring yourself to the center, and then again turning side to side. Another variation of the same hold is you hold your hands up here and you just turn side to side. So these movements basically signal to your vagus nerve that it's safe to relax. These movements also, if you understand the branches of the vagus nerve, are activating different branches because of the movement. One of the best movements again to activate the vagus nerve, especially if you're in kind of that freeze, numb, dissociated state and you want some energy to move, like we did Sinte. So one way to do is that just move your body, just jump, move your hands, just move them, just let them relax side to side. Let your hands be like dead weight. You're just swinging them side to side. And then you just move them. You can move your back. You know how dogs and cats move? So just move like that. And after you finish moving, then maybe a couple of swings side to side. And this will slowly bring your vagus nerve back into action. Another technique for, it's not exactly a vagus nerve activating exercise, but it's called orienting. See, if you're someone who is in this flight mode, and if you find the world very, very unsafe, and you've like experienced too much trauma, and you have a lot of anxiety with social interactions, and it's difficult to interact with people, what you can do is do a couple of the vagus nerve activating exercises from before, and after that you could just close your eyes, go inwards. When you open your eyes, start orienting yourself to the space, right? So for example, right now in front of me there is a camera, there's a person behind the camera, so I observe the person behind the camera. I look to my right, I see there's a window, and then there's a tree outside, and then there's another tree, and then there's a building, and in the building I can see things, and then slowly I turn my gaze around, very slowly, and I start orienting myself to what else is there in my space, right? So first I see the outside, then I come back, I see other parts of the room, I see this light, there's a chair, there are other things, right? So I'm orienting myself to the space I exist in, using my eyes, using my senses to make sense of it in my body, right? So I'm here in my body, and here are the things I'm seeing. So you could like do orientation for 5 entire minutes, very gently observing what is there. Like when you do this, you'll suddenly notice things that you never noticed about your own house, for example, right? Like the door will have many more knobs than you ever thought was there before. So this is a great practice if you're someone who has difficulty with the external world, okay? So where you might shut down, or you might just go into robotic acting mode, but now you are more embodied, right? So part of the embodiment practice is also orienting yourself to the actual space and the surroundings you're in. Do this, it will help you interact with the world much better.